Hello, my crafty friends. It's Marie from Marie's Vermont Creations, and this photo is the inspiration for my card for today. I'm going to show you the products that I'm going to be using. So I have a couple of Distress Oxide in tumbled glass and sponge sugar, and then some white pigment ink. That stamp set is from Kindred Stamps called Pride Parade. This stencil is from A Colorful Life Designs. So I have this masked off with just some Post-it tape, but I decided to use a different swoosh on the stencil to create this card. I am creating this card for Transgender Remembrance Day, which is November 20th. So I am just going to color my ink swooshes in the white to begin with in the center. In person, you can see that a lot better than you can on camera. And then on the top of the white, I'm going to do at the top and the bottom a pink swoosh in the sponge sugar. And then on top of each and the bottom of each pink one will be the tumbled glass. And I'm just masking those off so that I don't create a ridge from the stencil, since it's the very end of the stencil, and I know I am very famous for, ink blending off of the stencil. If you don't have inks that you wanted to use, you could do this with paints, alcohol inks. You could do all sorts of things. And if you wanted the white to pop a little more, if you were doing alcohol ink, you could kind of edge that middle one in a little bit of gray to give it some more, a little shadow, and so it would stand out some. So while I'm ink blending, I will let you know that I have been doing this for the last couple of years. The LGBTQ plus community is important to me, so I do like to make cards for various occasions for them. And this is to represent for Transgender Remembrance Day. These are the colors of the transgender flag. So I think it's important to bring awareness. I will link the last couple of videos that I have done to show you other projects that I have created if this is something that you have interest in doing as well. Last year was, I did pink and blue candles, and the previous year I can't say what I did for a project. I've done a few. So while I'm finishing up the ink blending here for the blue, I'm going to stamp the sentiment, which again is from the Kindred Stamps Pride Parade. And the sentiment says, "Don't ever be afraid to show your true colors." So I'm going to put that in the center of this, the ink swooshing that I did. And I have a regular A2 size card base because this panel is slightly smaller than the A2 base. And then I'm laying it on, I laid it on the card base and thought, it's really plain. It needed a little pizzazz. So I cut down the top and bottom of this panel by 1/4 of an inch. And I'm going to dig in my stash. I had some white glitter paper that I ink blended the same Distress Oxide colors onto, but it did not come out the true color. So I found this pink and blue glitter stock from my stash, and I'm just adhering that with some double-sided adhesive to the back to create the full-size panel that I had originally had. And then I'm going to put another strip of double-sided adhesive over it to kind of trap those two pieces so they didn't come apart, because adhering to glitter paper sometimes is challenging. And then I coat the back of this with some liquid glue and adhere it to my card panel. You could add embellishments, but I decided to leave it with just the glitter to be the accent for this particular card. So that is going to be today's project. I hope that you enjoyed it and that it will be something that you want to give a try. You could, make it in any color scheme that you'd like. If you have any questions or future projects that you'd like to see, feel free to leave me a comment down below. And as always, hope that you have a great day.